Hey everyone, how's it going? Up here today just doing a bit of fiddling. Thought I probably should bring you guys along, show you what I'm up to. Yeah, we're just making a bit of a start. I found that big bit of pipe that was laying just in the cabin here. It's actually the exhaust off it, what's left of it. Yeah, they're the spool valves I got with it. There, they might fit, I'll have to make things fit. But that's okay, I can sort that out. Now, here's where we're playing today. Been cleaning and soaking and hammering, and I don't know if you can actually hear me, hold on. Move back out here a bit. Yeah, been cleaning, soaking and hammering, and just, yeah, trying to, what I can, to get it sort of spinning again. You can see, paws are cleaning up okay with the flex hone. But yeah, so I want to pull the starter out of it, so I've got access to the ring gear so I can try and get a pry bar on it and jiggle it a bit. It seems to be starting to rock a little bit, so it's good. We got it on the run. That's a good start. So yeah, we'll get stuck into that. You guys here somewhere. Oh. Everything on this is awkward. Bloody awkward. I forgot about all that, having the other one. But yeah, the frame gets in the way, everything else gets in the way. Nothing can be easy. So you'll have to bear with me. This is going to be a bit all over the place, this. Now, let that go, goes to there, goes to there. All this wiring's all garbage, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Ooh, can I cut this? I didn't need to. Alright, that can go in the bin. I tried to use that cable to crank it over before and I couldn't get any power through it, and that's probably why. See if we can get this out. Hey, there she goes. Easy. Don't lose that. That battery tray. I was going to bring you guys along when I got the thing to turn, but you probably want to see me struggle for a bit, so here we are. Doesn't really matter, I can edit out all the boring bits anyway. I like their little solenoid bracket they just weld to the side of the starter motor. I suppose it works. Starter does seem to have some life in it, which is handy because I don't really have a lot of starter motors. Now, I was gonna just pull the sump and drive all the pistons out and, you know, let me head through this hole and do it all that way, but gasket sets aren't expensive for these, so I might just get it to make noise if I can, and then if the machine goes, everything works, it all does what it should, and it's going to be worthwhile investment, I might rebuild it properly. That's what I'm sort of thinking. But I just want to get the thing to roll over, and then I can make a decision from there. near tempted to buy an in-frame kit for it, but yeah, it's getting expensive. Spending a lot of money on tractors of late, and it's sort of, you know, knocking the bank balance around. And as I mentioned before, I want to build a nice shed, and yeah, where I can actually paint these things and make them nice. So stay there. Yeah, you can't have everything. And we're out. Everything's awkward on this thing. Alright, grab you guys and bring you around here for a little look-see in the big black hole. I'll go get a torch. Alright, take your bets. Are we dead drive or are we live drive? Yeah, it's a live drive. Sit there for a second. I can't even see myself. No, we are dead drive. Sit you guys there, listen that off. That's fine. That's all this machine needs. Now the problem is, can I get in here? Yes, I can. And you guys are in the way. If I turn that around there, stick you guys there. This is really awkward, this machine. If I haven't said 20 times already, it's awkward as... Oh, there we go. I don't know, that battery I was using might have been junk. This doesn't seem that tight. Alright, get you guys out there. Get you up here where you can see something fun and interesting. Ooh, okay, that's not very magnetic. Don't know how well you're going to see that, but sorry if it's not too good. This is so bloody awkward. Oh, you know, she's a bit tight. What I really want to do is get 1 and 4 down a bit, and then I can flex hone them. There we go. You can do it. Let's tell you what, that flex hone does a good job. The rings probably aren't going to seat back in, and it's going to look, you know, it's going to look like a bit of a dog's breakfast, the rings, but yeah, what can you do? Haven't unseated the liners yet, so that's nice. Oop. Get on there. Oop. Maybe this is where she runs out of puff. Go back a bit. Problem is, if I get, that might be a better spot. The frame's in the way, that's what I'm having issues with. battery might be a bit, ow, finger, on the flat side. I'll go a bit more and then that should get us out of the crappy bit on the 1 and 4. And then we'll go back again and get 2 and 3 to bottom dead and give them another little quick whiz. And she's right now, she's good. Alright. Brilliant. We've successfully unseized it, I think. Sorry. Do. Get up and over to the frame. Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't exactly say that's brilliant, but it's better than it did. Look at the dirt in the pre-combustion chains. Oh, this thing is going to be a sacked out piece of shit once it goes. Oh dear, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look. Oh, what? If there's any markings on the sides. Don't know. Now, before you lose your mind, I know this thing is not going to be the greatest of engine. Oh, there's like a triangle symbol on there. I'm not quite sure. I can guarantee they're not original pistons. So, yeah, it moves. So I'm going to put the starter back in it and we'll see if we can get it to do a full rollover by itself, maybe. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of cleaning on that deck. Chase all the threads, clean it all up. I'm just going to put a lid on it, fire it, see what it does. The motor might be absolutely garbage, but the VRS kit is cheap. It's only a bit of time. I'm really not in the mood to lay under this thing and, you know, pull the sump and get all the liners out and then potentially find out there's an issue with the liner seal grooves. Yeah, because I don't want to open a can of worms. If the thing's a bit sacked out, smokes a bit, you know, it's a bit howdy-doody, it's just picking up tractor parts and stuff around here. That's all it's going to be used for. So, you know, I don't want to invest thousands in it. But if it proves itself and is a really good machine, yeah, we might freshen it, make it a bit nicer later. But yeah, at this point in time, I just want to hear this thing run, make sure it moves under its own power, make sure the hydraulics are in, you know, some working form, stuff like that. Also, you know, got to suss out this steering, the power steering on it. I reckon that's going to be the biggest issue, or I would say that ram is completely toast. But we'll see. This thing, I can't see until this thing makes noise. So that's #1 priority. So I'll shut this off. I'll put the starter back in because you're not really going to want to watch me do it again, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, let's see what we can get to happen. Yep, that moves. Let's see if I can wedge this starter solenoid again. Exhaust comes in good for something. Alright, here we go. Oop. Not quite. But she did move. That's alright. I reckon I need a better battery. Hold on. Alright. Different battery. Might have a bit more oomph up. Let's give this a go. Nope. Bugger. Bugger. There must be a tiny little bit of a tight spot there. All that starter motor is just sacked out like the rest of the thing. In leads I could put 2 batteries together. That'd be the way to go. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, trying something else. Let's see if the Land Cruiser can do it. Just needed a bit of cloud power. Whoop, we got oil. I forgot, yeah, there's no spool valves on it, so apparently the hydraulic pump moves oil. Good. Alright. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Turn this thing off. Oh, well, that's awesome. She rolls over. I'm a bit concerned by the amount of shit that's in everything on this engine because it's been left in the open, but there's not much we can do about it. All I can do now is clean up as much as I can and hope for the best. I think that's about it, really. So I'll get you guys off there so you might be able to hear me a little better. Alright, plan moving forward. Clean up everything as much as possible. Put this other head on I've got. Oh, I've got to chase all the threads because they're going to be mucky and horrid. What else? Yeah, put that on. I'm going to rob the injection pump, all the stuff off that engine that's in the Super. That's missing off this. I have to change the coupling drive because this is a silent drive. That's just a standard old clacky drive. I don't know what you call those ones, the normal ones. I think I've got the bits to put on that pump though, so this can run a silent drive as well. Yeah, I've got a top end off the original engine out of the power major. That head is not, it's not a great head, but it's the only head I've got. That engine did run, so that head, I just noticed it nearly ran over the toolbox. That was lucky. Anyway, yeah, so that pump will go on, that head will go on. There's no fuel tap on this. They've just put a fitting in the bottom of the tank. So I think today I might unscrew that. There's no fuel in it. I've got a new reproduction tap. I'll see if that fits. I don't know if I've got a pipe from the tank to the pump, but they're about 40 bucks. You can buy a new one, so I might just buy a new one. Yes, it'll break the bank, but no, it might have to be done. Yeah, the big thing I'm stuck for is an exhaust manifold. I don't have one. The original one that came off that off the power major went back on the power major, and the parts power major manifold was pretty rough, and I looked at it back in the day and just went, well, no, there's no point keeping that, and binned it. Now, well, yeah, it would have worked quite well for this thing. Even though it was rough, it still would work. Match the rest of the tractor. So I'm in two minds about what to do there, because that's $450 to buy a new one. And yeah, that's a bit out of this budget at the moment. Not, well, it is and it isn't. I don't mind spending it, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's a bit like lipstick on a pig sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Hopefully I might be able to find one somewhere. Because yeah, I've got on that engine in the super major, yeah, there's a manifold on that, but it's an early manifold. I need a late manifold. I've got an intake manifold here. So yeah, that's good. I've got that. We've got all the throttle linkages on this. I have to free up the throttle. The throttle is stuck on this. Yeah, I've got 90% of the pieces of the puzzle. A gasket set is on the way. Hopefully they'll be here this week. Yeah, so we're getting there. We've got a lot of the boxes ticked, I think, for this project now that we've got it to spin. Well, really should be pulling all those liners out, but I know what's going to happen. You pull it all out and the liners will be a bit crusty, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you end up spending $1,000 on an in-frame kit. Which, if this machine is as good as I'm hoping it's going to be for me, I'll sink $1,000 into this engine. I'll sink $2,000 into this engine, make it nice. I don't care. But I need to know this machine is going to do what I want it to do. Be of some value to me, because otherwise you just, you know, by the time you factor in what you've spent on buying it, what you spent on fixing it, you're not really going to get someone to give you that money for it. This is the problem. Like, you know, you won't get $3,000 for this thing when it's running. It's just not going to happen. And that's what the sort of money you're going to pour into the motor to get it really nice. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So if I can get it going, even if it is a bit of a, you know, aero start junkie and smokes, and as long as it does the job, as long as I don't have to, you know, spend half a day getting it going every time I want to use it, I'll be happy. If it needs a bit of a sniff every now and then to get it going, I'm not really too fast. If it smokes a bit, well, I'll just put a bigger exhaust on it, get out the top out of the way. Which is maybe why it has that massive big bloody exhaust on it. But yeah, we'll see. It's just one of those things. Yeah, I think that's about going to be it for this video. I might actually, nah, I've got to try and put this tap in it, so maybe I'll show you guys that as while I'm at it. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, found an intake manifold for it, another top radiator hose, and a new fuel tap. Now, bring you up in here. Yep. There, you can see that flexible line, but no fuel tap. So, see if I can get this off. Come on, turn to me. There we go. Now, I've had issues with these tanks. The one on the power major, actually, that's what's on the other end. Just yeah, they've cut it off, bronzed it back together. Well done. One on the power major, someone has over tightened the fitting in the tank, the actual tap. And now when you're lined up where you're supposed to, it leaks. And there's no way in hell you can go another turn with it. So hopefully this is okay. Now I wonder if it's going to pull. Oh, actually, no, there's no fuel in this thing, I don't think. Nope. A bit of a leaf stuck in there, but that's alright. That's gone. I think I actually bought this for the power major. Let's see, is this going to get everything out of my way? So I kind of screw in there still. It is. That should be up there somewhere. I wouldn't exactly say it feels overly good though. I wonder how far they're supposed to screw in. Right. Put a bit of thread tape on this and we'll... if I've got some. There it is. And yeah, we'll screw him back in. I've tried that liquid stuff that everyone says to use and it didn't work on the power major, so we'll go back to this. There's filters, it's not going to go through anything. We'll go that way. I always seem to wind it the wrong way for some reason. I don't know if it's just a thing or just me. Move that around there. Now we're taking bets. This thing's going to absolutely piss out everywhere. So awkward. I reckon you got you might be right there. This feels a heap better than the one in the other tractor, so maybe a fresh tap and it should be right. I don't know. I'm gonna get another one of these off eBay. Yeah, right in the way. Oh, might have to move you. Stick you up. There you go. Let's see a bit better now. Yeah, that's better. How far are you supposed to go with these? I reckon that feels pretty good. About there. I can soon yeah, I can soon adjust it if I have to. Feels like quite a nice tap. It's got a good feel to it, but just you can tell. I don't like the fact you can tell that it's not the original. Now, well, here's what it is. All right, that was easy. So I won't throw away this old fitting. It might have to see use again. Hopefully not. Yeah, what else? So they're the spool valves I've got. And they're just not quite the same, so I might have to do a bit of fiddling and yeah, mess around a bit with them. But we'll see. I've also got to unseize, free that up. Because yeah, there's no point starting it if you can't throttle it up or down, or if it's going to pump all its hydraulic oil out. So they're my main goals at the moment. Now I suppose that's going to be about it. I'm going to tinker around for a little bit with stuff and nothing overly worth videoing. So yeah, you guys all have fun, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.